welcome to my stream. Let me check everything first thing. So yeah, some sound already is in, and let's see if I can hear myself. Yeah, cool. So it's here, so we can start and we can go. Next thing first is just to start my stream helpers, which you can download for free on my GitHub. In GitHub space probably, yeah. So we have project YouTube AI helper, and it has everything I use in with my streams and my videos. I'm doing some project for describing YouTube videos and helping streamers to do their streams excited and nice. And it supports wide variety of languages. I use it for Slavic languages, like this, that Ukrainian, Russian, and others, which are pretty complex. And for YouTube itself, it's pretty hard to differentiate them, and sometimes it's miss them and create improper transcripts. And it was my first idea. Okay, let me create better transcripts for them. And then I noticed that I do multiple things over and over, like, hey, this is my transcript. What would be the nice title? What would be the best description? Can you help me create nice video titles or video sections, and so on? Keywords, and I combined them into some prompts. And now I just wrote some simple program which can go pick up some configuration, which consists of which model to use, what prompts to execute. As well, it edits also please improve transcription. So transcriptions like subtitles will have look more natural, more professional, with all the punctuations like sentences. So it would be nice to translate. As well, all those prompts like title prompts, etc. Title, description, keywords, etc. And even for well-known prompts, for well-known results, it can go and update at YouTube what I done. So after the stream, I just execute one simple program and it's do everything. I'm not touching it, and it put all the descriptions here. Also, I have live chatbot, which is not too powerful, but it's actually is AI agent, because it make decisions if to answer something and if to not answer something. It's taking a decision, making a decision if it need to announce your comments to me, so I can hear it with my ears here, loud and clear, because I can miss something. And also I do live transcriptions, and one of the live chat tool can get the current context of what I'm telling right now. Of course, I can show you. It would be very simple like that. If you see, one is live chatbot and another here. Yeah, in that space, it's my live transcription. Live transcription, of course, require some amount of your power. Not much really. I could show you. I can execute some of my notebook. I'm streaming my notebook, actually, not a big PC, with graphical card, but I couldn't say it's powerful graphical card. So if you can see current usage for doing all that things like stream everything and open, I don't know, hundreds of tabs in browser. So GPU haven't used completely, it's 0% of usage. CPU, yeah, right now it's 73%, but my software, I believe, use not big part of it. So really we could see. Okay, let's see it slightly later. I believe it's 68, because if it's doing something else, I just, yeah, waking my computer from sleep. So normally it's much below 50, much below 50. Anyway, even with that, oh, I need to stop Docker. I know. Let me stop my Docker container. I do another project and it has Docker, so containers, Z containers, can we just, okay, click U and stop. Stop. Nice. Can we close the Docker? Nice. I wouldn't close all my browsers. Oh, maybe I could close one of the Visual Studio Code. Okay, now you should go down. Ah, come on. But it's Windows, you know. If you look on Task Manager, and of course, and if you search on CPU utilization, can you show me what you're using your CPU, please? By CPU. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, really. So as you see, for OBS Studio, and you know, it's even a lot. It's even much more than normal. So just for shows that screen, it utilizes more than 5% of CPU, really. For Creative Cloud Helper, for some, maybe because I'm just waking up, yeah, using something, and also OBS Studio, more than 5%, normally just 3. It's showing me 3. And Python, yeah, see, from 23 to 8. So what I seen before, it's maybe about 16 up to 20%. So believe me, Whisper will not use as much as like 40%. So it's, I don't know, something happening with my computer here. Okay, bad day to show you. But you see, even now, okay, come on, guy. So it was low up to 50, what I see normally. But yeah, okay. Anyway, what I want to say is that running it on your local computer, even on notebook, it's possible and it's not taking a lot. I'm not executing any LLM except Whisper right now on my computer. I'm surpassing everything to some SDK, OpenAI SDK or some other SDKs, and let's see what we'll have. So last streams, I think that I need to do some of my custom AI agent for working with code, but actually such AI agents already exist, starting from Visual Studio Code integration, which called very famous, it's GitHub. If we switch back to Visual Studio here, you see that it has what it has. So it has, can we clean it? Copilot edit chat. Can I ask clear? Okay. So it's generating something. In that case, it's on the top. But yeah, I don't know what it will generate, but yeah. So we have a GitHub Copilot, which you can install completely for. Let me move myself properly. Give me 1 second. I'll take myself and move down. Okay. So it will help in multiple places. So it's Copilot. It's try to put recommend something while you type in Visual Studio Code, which is very, very cool. Like, let's see some live examples. So let's imagine I want to add some information about that file. I just add 3 dots and say, and you see that thing which is recommended me, it's actually, it executed some some SDK from one of the model, and it's basically add some information about like all the code, and it's did that recommendation. The script is main entry point for live chatbot, connects the live stream chat, listen new messages, respond to them using the AI model. Very good summary. So it's something I not write myself, but LLM doing it, aware of the context of what I'm writing. So it's provide really good guesses. Other thing is like chat, but that chat is aware of the current context. You see, it show, okay, here. Can I move it even wider? Yeah. So you see that it's show current context live chatbot. So we can ask something, tell me about this file, so it will know the context and will tell you exactly about live chatbot. But also you can add some more context, or you attach some other workspaces, or you can attach some files. You can attach terminal, last command, you can attach code base, and so on and so on. So, and you see that it's doing pretty cool job. So yeah, it's responded for us. So it's basically GitHub Copilot. It's already something like AI agent. It's make a decision what to include. Sometimes you can help it, guide it, and will answer me with some good responses. Yes. Interesting. Is it possible to add new model here? It's something I need to look. But also I want to think, okay, I like that model O1 Pro and also DeepSeek, and I'm not sure if I can use GitHub with those models. But what I also like is to see if I can use DeepSeek models, and study what other competitors already did before I start doing my project. Not because I still don't want to do that, but rather I want some very quick implementation for myself, and I can then get the best thing what is missed, and start implementing all of that things. So today I decided why we'll not look into some well-known AI agents which can help us. We can go and even chat with someone like with DeepSeek. Hi, what are the best AI agents which can help developer with coding in large projects, so they can pick up proper context for every user chat message and provide relevant response even with the big code base. So also we could take that as well and maybe ask something like ChatGPT for or. Let's refresh. Let's see if new model arrives. I'm still waiting GPT model O3. It's still not here. Of course, we probably will hear about it. And I just want to use GPT-4 because it's the only model supports search. And what is nice with DeepSeek, that search is available even when you do some responses via DeepSeek. Let's just open another DeepSeek window, but not chat. Let's open just DeepSeek. Move it slightly here. And let's go and look into the DeepSeek API pricing. Your first API call. So DeepSeek is a very famous, even reasoner model that it's very cheap comparing to O1 or O1 Pro. O1 Pro is not available through API, by the way. So O1 or O1 Mini is available, and DeepSeek Reasoner actually beats in a lot of things O1. Of course, context length is not as high as in O1. I believe in O1 context answer could be up to 64 like thousands K, which means thousands, let's say that for simplicity. And also it even returns the full reasoning process with response. And those is like comparable to some model like GPT-4 Mini rather than any O1 or O1 Mini model. So it's a really great prices. So let's try to see how we can do our API key. So I need to log in. Let me log in with my personal account. And I'm just logging with Google. I'll tell you how complex it's to do. It's verification successful. I'm just use my account. Continue. And that's it. I could move it slightly here. So I log it in successfully, and the DeepSeek chat model will be charged at the discounted historical rate until February 8. After that, it will be charged per millions and $1 per million output token. And DeepSeek Reasoner model will launch with pricing set per million and per output tokens. View details. Probably we already saw that. Balance alert disabled, etc., etc. So we receive our token, so we can go to our, let's see, billing. No billing payment yet. Pricing. It would be the same, yeah? Yeah. Docs, top up. Amount. We could use PayPal, or we could add something. Let's see if we generate some key. Let's call it a romantic developer. Okay. Probably we could, can we edit it? Romantic developer save. Okay. Code is not available anymore, or yes? Let me put it somewhere. At least for now. It's so simple to regenerate the key. So you can just remove this, create new, and that would be it. So let's leave it with that key for the sake of the stream. So we have our key, and to execute it, we need to have our first API key. We need to use the base URL. Okay, we will test probably even our tools with the DeepSeek. I really want to see if it will do the better. And I believe that's it. So what the model I want to look, actually, it's our, probably we can go here. Yeah, let's see the result of response. So when working on large-scale project and leverage AI, source graph Cody is AI coding assistant that integrates GitHub Copilot. Okay, it's a nice thing. Amazon Code Whisperer, either 8 or tab 9. Okay, what DeepSeek answered to us? Oh, really? Hello, where's my question? Let's try once again. Let's start new chat. Let's use even reasoning models. So I believe it's going on because of very large traffic, and because they're free. We really need search just to see that thing like source graph Cody. Okay. What if I don't want to join? Exploring Cody, assistant that knows your code base. Current constraints, crisis of phase, too much work putting up relevant context. So they have a plugins for code base, and second, okay, Cody, my trials, first impressions. Yes, there are many tests that, okay, Cody answers as any test, read 10 files, okay. Why did you list the above files when I asked you to list all Dart files? You're right, I should. Importing missing dependencies. Generate unit test. Code, smell, recipe. What is the query? Okay. Code completion, fix and fail and test. So it looks like it's someone reviewing that code. Let's look at code UI. Okay. Really? Can we couldn't access it? Oh, now we could. Code UI. IE that use your code base as context. Code, autocomplete, chat, prompt, library. Is my internet good? It looks good. Choose your LLMs. So Claude Pro users can also select Claude and GPT-4, or it's use Claude, Sonnet, Gemini, Mixtral. It's very old models. Supported LLMs. Chat and prompts. Model configuration for more information. And now to autocomplete. Let's see model configuration here. And it has model configuration. Getting started, model source graph, and we just put provider, model overrides, and here we can save a load, deny, provider overrides, OpenAI via endpoint, access token, type, OpenAI, default mode chat, passcode, auto, and it's OpenAI. We try to override it, and we never use it. Really? Server-side config, model overrides. Let's see once again. Hagen face code llama, endpoint, access token, type, model overrides, Hagen case code llama, something, model name, default model. Oh, it's, I mean, it's not completely bad thing, but it's not very simple. So looks like that code AI could be used with DeepSeek. I could download it for free. Let's see pricing. I like to start with pricing. Code search, code intelligence platform, code plus code search. So code search, it's only from $50 per month, and coding it's free. And what is for hobbyist, light usage, and what it's do, unlimited autocomplete, 200 chat messages and comments per month, LLM support, multiple LLM to choose from, and compatibility, support, developer limit, one user. Okay, and for $20 per month, you have unlimited, and you have LLM support for Gemini Pro, Flash, or bring your own LLM, coming soon. So looks like I could bring only Enterprise for $20 per month. And as we saw from that quick article, maybe it's not doing the best. GitHub Copilot, it's something we used a lot. And Aider, designed assist developer adding code with local GitHub repositories to request changes to existing code base. And Aider will directly edit and source files, committing changes with appropriate messages. This tool is particularly useful for making context-aware modification in larger projects. Looks like good, and we have link to Reddit. Really, let's see where we are here. Hi, let's remove DeepSeek. Can you answer? Unsuccessful. Validation failed. Hello, you see me. I see you. Search DeepSeek. Start. Will you start? hey, Chinese government, you need to support that good project. So many Americans use it and share their secrets with you. I really don't know why they have so low prices here. I understand that it's put in risk all the AI industry. Hopefully it's not something done from us. Hopefully just a very huge amount of request to that model. You see, they just refresh. Looks like I couldn't use it, yes? Is it because my internet or something going on? Let's try to... Let's open F12 and see what we see here right now. My internet looks good. I mean, not super fast, but looks good. It's not F12. Control-Shift-I? Yeah, at least something like that. And let's go to our console. Let's clean. Let's refresh. In this mode, it will try to get... So, internal server error. Chat session. And again, internal server error. But at least now, it's provided something, but not supported in message from. So when we put something and send it, let's look at network, let's look on fetch, and we basically trying to chat session fetch page count, create pillow challenge. So let's clean everything. Okay, let's insert, let's clear, and let's see the first message we received. We sent, and it would be create, chat session create, and it responded us with character ID null. Probably it's already a problem. And then it just sent some events to us. Okay, chat completion. Looks like we chat completion and response. Oh, really? It started to respond to us. Cool. So it looks like something with their servers without DeepSync. So it should provide response very fast. Devin AI by Cognition Labs. Devin strengths reason. It can handle complex task use case. Strict compliance and privacy. GitHub Copilot. Okay. Cursor IDE. LangChain. LangChain is just framework. Out again by Microsoft. Open source framework. I like that. For building multi-agent conversational system, it's allow developers to create agents that can collaborate, use tools, interact. Moose. System stimulation. For MOS. For handle code-driven evaluation, context management, strengths coding. Tab 9, laser AI transformer agent by Hugging Face. So let's look at the very first on the Devin. So it says strengths. Let's, oh, actually it's not agent brief overview or be relevance. Oh, come on, so many NVIDIA Copilot. Where is Devin? Why it's not on the top of the list? Let's use different link. No, maybe force. I like it to use a lot of Chinese websites. A list of best 15 agents. Okay. See, GPT-4 so it's all called like agent, even GPT-4. Is it agent? Maybe. Maybe if you compare it with tools, so like you have some internet access, or you can upload image and ask to search in the internet. Of course, it looks like an agent, but very short life agent in time. Devin Cognition Labs. Okay, let's just search for Devin AI. GPT-4, what's this? Model can operate autonomously because ability of engage. Project Astra. Google DeepMind Access is Google Universal AI agent that runs on Gemini models and can operate everyday assistants. Okay, AutoGPT. It's something open source. Allow user to create an autonomous assistant capable of completing complex tasks after entering text prompt, analyze the goal or task using GPT-4 and GPT-4 and breaks it down to subtasks. Use include social media, content creation, text translation, and web design. Super agent. Do anything machine. Agent GPT. Open source. Baby AGI is management systems that use AI to and perform various tasks. Can mimic human-like thinking and leading to create new tasks based on predefined objective. Okay. Agent API built on multi-on. Devin AI. Devin AI is autonomous agent capable of completing software engineering tasks from text prompts, and like standard coding assistants can take a step further by planning and executing entire coding project independently. The agent exhibits advanced reasoning, learning, and decision making. So, whoa, $2 billion valuation in April. So most probably they, of course, very far from free. Devin. Login, sign in, sign up. And what is here? So let me move it for a little. I just continue with my Google, just to not get into more spam lists than which I'm in. Of course, I'm ready to share my account. Let's call romantic developer. So I use GitHub and Slack, and I'm willing to provide access. Oh, so looks like it's, so looks like. So what we have, to work you'll need to purchase Teams plan. The subscription is $500 per month and includes unlimited seats, ability to work with me on all tasks. I'm especially good in front-end tasks, bug fixes, refactoring, building internal tools, access to Devin API, Slack integration, and TDA exception, 250 ACU agent computer unit capacity per month. One ACU is approximately 15 minutes of Devin work. So 15 minutes to 250, a lot of minutes. Options to pay as you go for additional ECU as $2 per 15 minutes. You can set. So nice, but yeah, I don't want to spend right now $500 just to test this thing. Let's search GitHub Copilot. Strengths: leverage OpenAI codecs to understand natural language prompt and generate functional code. Developers looking to speed up coding workflow module. So let's use one quick question. If GitHub Copilot can be configured to use DeepSeek R1. The next is Cursor IDE, fork of Visual Studio Code. Nice, so it's just Visual Studio Code for optimized for AI-driven development. It focuses on next actions, strengths, deep integration with AI tools, content-aware debugging and coding, supports asynchronous collaboration. Teams manage large, complex code within a need for efficient retrieval and context understanding. Looks like very something we. Okay, it shows AI coding. Oh, really? I just look for cursor. AI. First link, not always the best. Let's look at Cursor AI here. Cursor, the code AI editor. Let's look at the pricing. Free Pro 2 weeks trial, 200 completion, 50 slow premium request. Download others. What others? Mac Linux. Everything is hobby plus 500 fast premium requests per month, unlimited slow premium request, 10 O1 mini users per day. So 10 O1 mini users a day. I'm using O1 Pro and not 10, but like multiple. Enforce privacy mode or white, centralized team building, admin dashboard, SAM. Okay, nice. By the way, not as much as Devin, you know, but what are the features? Cursor includes powerful autocomplete. It's what we already have. Multi-line edits. Okay. Smart rewrites, cursor predictions. It's what we have. Chat. Chat lets you talk with AI that see your code base. The chat can always see your current file and cursor, so you can ask it for things like, is a bug here? So basically, what is doing ChatGPT? GitHub Copilot. Instant apply, code by sensor, refine your code, use images, ask the web. Nice. Use documentation. Add new doc. Reference popular libraries using library name and add your own using docs. Add new docs. Agent. Yeah. Cursor agent mode can complete the task and end to end. It does it quickly while keeping programmers in the loop. In Composer, we should show strike in the tab status element when the user has run off the free credit. I'll help you. Search. Find context using custom retrieval model. Yeah, it's what I want to build. I want to find context, run commands, write and run terminal commands. Okay, loops on errors. Okay, Control K. Control K is just like Alt I in Visual Studio Code when you work with GitHub Copilot. Write terminal commands in plain English. Okay, quick questions. Okay, try Cursor now, download for free. Features. And if you look at the pricing and hobby, just download contact sales. You know, let's just download and see how it could work with us. Download for Windows. You don't need second. We will ask one. Tap. Knows your code base. Okay. Frontline intelligence. Powered at mix. Feel familiar. Privacy options. Interfaces. Let's see. Can GitHub be configured to use DeepSeek R1? Network error. No luck. Let's ask the DeepSeek the same thing, but using just our, you know, let's use if the API works better. So let's just come here, import OpenAI. Okay, Alt-I or Control-I, write a simple OpenAI request and print response. So we do the very similar things. Oh, really? Okay, it's not true. So why? Because you see right now, fix my code to use most recent OpenAI SDK. Because we need to build a client, then we can say client completion. So client, and then we can say client completion create, and then prints response. So with that, we just need and something like that. It looks more like better. Can we execute it? No. Okay, let's try to execute, talk with our Oh, too much to copy. Client, let's say, now OpenAI. We already did something like that, yes? We already built something like that. So we even tried our client. Config. Okay, let's read our config. Oh, I want to insert something. Control V. Configuration generic. Let's do that. And now we can say that we will have it in LLM. Config. OpenAI key, API key. We don't need that. Come on. It's just OpenAI. Say this is a test. Let's see. And OpenAI is not defined, really. OpenAI. Really not defined. Interesting. OpenAI. Should we write like that? No. Client, and it says get an expected OpenAI. Oh, it's not OpenAI, it's, yeah, it's that parameter, OpenAI API key. Let's look in our, not config, but in our AI client, how we do that, because you see, I'm not writing a lot of code here all the time. So if it's not use OpenAI, we say it config get OpenAI base URL. Okay, OpenAI, and OpenAI. Okay, we imported OpenAI from OpenAI library. So okay, OpenAI and API key base URL. Let's use that. Let's use that. And we go back to our test. And we go back here. Client equals OpenAI. OpenAI like that. And it would be LLM config. That will be base URL. That will be removed. And that will be the next line. And that will be commented so far. Let's test. Oh, come on. What's now? OpenAI is not defined, of course. And looks like we start executing something, and response is the model DaVinci has been deprecated. Okay. Let's say model would be, okay, that is not exactly right. You can like chat GPT. No. Really, let's look in generic LLM config. GPT-4 mini. Oh, that would be our model. But prompt, of course, we need to put messages, not like prompt. Message. The chatbot is not supported the one completion point. Did you mean completion? Type invalid. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's what I'm support. Okay, let's very quickly go to chat completion, and it would be chat completion create. Let's see if we use that chat completion create. And then we use parameters, and parameters would be model. We have it messages. So let's use messages. Messages. It would be messages. And messages. It would be we send that messages here. Okay. Let's go to our live chat bot just to see example of messages. Live chat bot. Okay. Message. Let's just copy it, go to test. Okay, we received our messages. Okay, let's role system. You are helpful system agent, and that would be user content. What are the day-to-day? Probably this is, yeah. What is the day-to-day? And messages. Yeah, in that case, it would be like that. Max token. About 16,000. Print response choices. Now it would be error with that thing. Print. Because we don't have text. Let's see what we have. When we do responses, we just send the result of that. And in live chat bot, you can see that messages extend recent history, message append, response. And in response, it would be choices, strip, test, response, choices, message content, strip. Okay. Today is November 3, 2023. Okay. Now, what we want to do, we want to specify our DeepSeek API endpoint and DeepSeek API key. So for endpoint, let's go very quickly and see that would be our endpoint. Okay. And for key, we preserved our key somewhere. Let's show it to you, but of course, I'll remove it after the stream. Let's execute. And now we could use all of those. Instead of LLM config, we can use DeepSeek API key, and here we can use DeepSeek endpoint. Let's try to use the same thing, but model we should use different one. What it said, insufficient balance. Of course, because we haven't added any balance, correct? Why it would be sufficient? So for adding the balance, we need to go here and maybe let me add a balance, because I'm going to use my PayPal. So let me do billing and let me add something. Yeah, we'll go here and try that request once again while I'm doing my next step. Paying with PayPal. Can you log in me? Okay, what if you just refresh that? Okay, let's return, not new chat. let's go here, and we have some previous request here, and it was is it possible to configure GitHub Copilot or Cursor AI to work with DeepSeek API for free? Oh. Let's ask the same question here. Search enabled. Integrating GitHub or can enhance with GitHub doesn't have natively support. A workaround involves using a proxy server to redirect Copilot requests to DeepSeek API. This method allows Copilot to utilize DeepSeek model instead of default ones. Set up a proxy server, Copilot proxy, configure proxy, enable DeepSeek models. Consideration, technical expertise, require a certain level. Compliance ensures that using proxy aligns with GitHub terms of service and relevant usage. Cursor, okay, obtain cursor config, test model name, OpenAI, enter your DeepSeek API key, disable other models, considerations, feature availability. Okay, it's already done by someone. Nice. And what is that chat about? And it's what is any option about, and it says either. And because it's on unique use that lets you ask for changes to pre-existing large code base, either works well with GPT Cloud and supports connecting to almost any LLM. Nice. ADIC chat redo map. So the either is pair programming in your terminal, connect to almost any LLMs, getting started, either install installation usage documentation features rate can file with edit, ask you change set new features to test, describe, paste in error message, refactor code, update docs. Either will edit your files to complete your request, can do commit changes with a sensible commit message. Most popular languages can edit multiple files, entire Git repo which help it to work with a larger code base. Looks like either also could work for me, maybe on tokens trying to find something better. I'm back to either. Okay, do it have its own website? Let's go not to docs, but let's go to first thing, and it's either any LLM FAQ, release history, getting started, features, contributions, connection, FAQ. Can I add all files to the chat? People usually when people all files repository map, can I use the larger monorep? Release history. So looks like it's open source, yes. Total tokens percent. Writes a lot of own code, usually about 70%. People often ask. Models that I have used extract from public log of my either analytics. How the either road stats computed. Okay. Nice. I'll need to look into that. Looks like exactly what I've searched for. So maybe I don't need to do that project, but better maybe improve that or so. Let's return to our Visual Studio Code and try to ask our we need to ask something else. Now it says model not exist. Of course it doesn't exist. So I'm sorry. Let's go to our DeepSeek. Oh no, not new chat. Let's ask that question. Okay, and error. We couldn't use DeepSeek right now because of errors. Hopefully they resolve them. But as we know, errors in DeepSeek chat not always means errors in API usage. Of course, they have chat for free, but API not completely for free. So it has chat, a DeepSeek reasoner. Let's use chat. And so chat, but also let's just put something like comment, and let's just yeah, it's here, but here you need to also use that reasoner as well. Let's just copy it so we can use it later. And what else is interesting here? Python messages, content, helpful assistant, hello, okay, of course, model pricing, temperature, token limit, rate limit, error codes. Okay. Let's see, we should receive some response. No. It says what? Invalid max token value, the valid range is okay, of course. Really? Oh, come on, interrupting all the kernel. Of course, we can just restart, and let's do like something like that. Execute, and execute. No, not execute, please. Stop. Oh, no. Execute. And here we want to debug, because what's that? Oh, now we are here. We want to stop at the print response choices message just to see what else is in the message. But for DeepSeek chat, probably nothing, because it should be something new in reasoner. Correct? Models pricing is the latest reasoning model. Stream true. You can use stream true to get stream response. Okay, non-stream is fine. DeepSeek chat, reasoner, max tokens, 4K. Context caching for details. Deduction rules. The expense, number of tokens, price, the corresponding fee will be directly deducted. Okay, temperature parameter, coding maths 0, data cleaning analysis 1, general conversation, translation, creativity, writing, poetry. Nice. Hints. Okay. Calculate. It has own tokenizer. Rate limit doesn't constrain user rate limit. Nice. Keep alive. Okay, we received some response. Let's look at the response here. Response. Model config extra. Allow debug true. Model extra. Model fields. Model fields set content role assistant. Okay. So it basically will print the response we just get. So it's not using real time. It's interesting. Can we ask it to use real time? Can we ask DeepSeek in API to use search in internet? Yes, supports allowing to okay, enabling utilize Get model parameter reasoner. Okay, this model known. Oh, really? What's going on? Hello. Okay, I'm returned. Okay, some drop frames for some reason. Here API. Okay, reasoner. Your helpful assistance. So, okay, I'm like feeling that I didn't know that, but you see that probably it's better to use reasoner rather than just chat. Let's try reasoner for doing the same. It's sending the request and oh, come on. But we can, we can investigate response here. Just slightly below. Let's just use import print from print. Yes, of course I want that. Okay. And it would be print response choices message content message. We just will print message just to see what we will receive. Pretty long time. Very simple question. What is the day to day? And previous response was also long, most probably because DeepSeek under high pressure. So, or maybe, I don't want to believe some theories, but I hope it's not artificially stopping. Yeah, let me close. It's probably my yesterday's stream. Bot, it's fine. And it's probably the previous yesterday's. Yeah, it's fine. So my real-time chat. Stream false. Okay, it should be by default. Okay, 2 minutes, and we still don't know what is the day to day. And we could try to use our cursor while we doing that, and we could look at the cursor, and at the same time we can look for our another option, another project which called AI. Something going on my computer. Let's pair program with LLM to code start new project. Connect to almost any LLMs. Getting started. We just install it. Code base. Model. Key keys go work with GPT. Installation usage documentation. So let's look at installation instructions slightly more in detail. Install, run in separate Python environment. Okay. If needed, either install will also install separate version of Python. Okay. There are some optional install steps. Usage instructions, onliners. Okay. Windows, my install using with UV. Install with scripts, other install methods, next steps. Optional install steps. Install Git. Get your API key. Enable playwright. Enable voice coding. Port audio. Either use port audio library to capture audio. Installing port audio is complete optional, but you can accomplish but like that. Install port audio. And then we can, it's free cross-platform open source. It lets write simple audio programs. It's compile and run many platforms including Windows. Provides very simple API to record or play in sound using simple callback functions or block and read-write interface. Okay, why use port audio when we have so many things, better things now? Okay, add Aider to your IDE. You can use Aider watch files mode to integrate with any IDE editor. You can run Aider inside VS Code terminal window. There are a number of third-party Aider plugins for VS Code. Okay, install development version. Okay. GitHub related usage. Either file 1, file 2. With the source code files you want to edit, these files will be added to the chat session, so Aider can see their content and edit them for you. They can be existing file or name of the files you want to edit to create you. Okay, make programs that ask a number, additional files, add LLM, either or Sonnet. Okay, making changes, commit all the changes so they are easy to track and undo. Tips in chat comment, tutorial videos, LinkedIn testing, either in your IDE. Let's see. And we look AI comments. With watch file, it will watch all your files in your repo and look for any AI coding instruction you add using your favorite IDE or text editor. Especially it looks for one-line comments. They start with AI or AI, like this. Make a snake game AI. Or in comment. Example. Implement this. Comment style. Multiple use, multiple long. Also use it in chat of the terminal. You can be lazy. AI. Okay, behind the scene, credits. And in your browser, new experimental browser, you are collaborative with LLM edit code in your local Git repo, edit code in your local source files, and Git commit the changes we send commit message. Okay, and also continue use browser to large browser version of it. So add files, localhost. Pip install using either chat, either browser. Of course, it's nice when you need to work with one file, even with several files. Configuration, advanced model settings, probably like tokens, maybe even temperature, DeepSeek tokens, max input tokens, max output tokens, model settings, reasoning effort high, nice. More info. Getting started features. Let's look what is map for repository map. It's something I thought when I think about my tool first, that it need to, map each file. So it need to get information about what that file is doing, about all the classes and all the functions and all the properties in each of the file without its actual implementation, but with very short summary. So when we ask question, it should go through that mapping file and understand, and if file updated, it should remap it. It's what my idea when I think about some helper like that. So, okay. Come on, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Oh, really? And it's of course it's go. Okay. It get the response after 10 minutes. Really? Let's look at the response. So let's execute that. It's beauty of that. So we have content. Hi there, suggest getting online to get real time. If you have any other questions, please don't refusal. And it's where we are expecting value line 10 column 1. Return data response JSON self request chat completion user model. I believe it just happened some issue. It shouldn't be okay. It just maybe something like, you know, how it's called, time limit error. How we call it, time limit, not time limit. So when you couldn't receive answer in requested time, so they have some connection timeout or something like that. But for LLMs, it should be something simple, something different. Connection timeout is for connecting to something like SQL database, and that would be request timeout, probably, yeah, request timeout. So I just believe that we received request timeout error. And let's see. And we understand that for cursor, we can, for cursor, it should be very simple. Yeah, it's here. Can we open cursor? Cursor, okay, it's already installed. First ever execution of cursor, of course, on different screen. Code white enabled, add a command line, default VS Code, okay. Language for AI, you can specify non-English language for the AI. Really? Can I specify multiple, like English? Let's use Russian. I know Russian well. Use extension. Okay, it's just added all my extensions. Oh, really? I see. Yeah, it probably can use all the Visual Studio Code extensions because I'm built on top of open source free Visual Studio Code. Now it's found 36. Okay. So looks like we are here and we couldn't, and it's already executed in 1 minute. Oh, nice. It's even returned a few icons. Let's see the message. It has content. It has refusal role, reasoning content. Okay. Let's call it just assistant. Let's say, can you search Most recent AI news from January 26, 2024, 25. Looks good. And let's, do that thing. And let's say like print something like that. And we want not only content, but we want also content, and we have nice additional field which called reasoning content. Maybe strip is not required. Okay, looks good. And let's ask once again. 1 minute, oh really, 1 minute. I mean, it's not much for reasoning, but come on. So, for example, if you ask the same question from let's say O1 model. Yeah, let's create this a new and ask the same question. Of course, it couldn't respond because it doesn't have internet access, but it will be not able to respond in very quickly, like 5 seconds. I'm sorry, I don't have a real time. I expect from API the same. Okay, now it's as my knowledge cut off in July. I couldn't access information beyond the date, including events in January. However, I can share the key AI trends that are new mid 2024 and my so quantum AI, robotics, AI in healthcare. Yeah, and it's after those, it's reasoning. Okay, can we do something like, or maybe we can copy cell output, create new file, insert it, and at least use Control V, and let's say we call it, it's not text, it's MD, mark down. Okay, so if you now look it in preview, it should be good. So, and it's reasoning. Okay, this is over a year in the future from now. I need to handle this carefully because I can access real time. First, I should inform the user. Okay, I should also consider the way. I need to phrase my response clearly. Also, make sure the answer is concise but helpful. So, very nice reasoning, and it's pretty fast, of course. So you could see that now it took only 13 seconds, which is relatively fast comparing to O1 model, but it doesn't have access to internet. At least, let's say, stream false. Oh. Messages. Oh, not here. It should be here. Let's maybe use something like 4000 messages. DeepSeek Reasoner. I mean, it shouldn't change anything, but it's something I believe I look, yeah. So here, cursor settings. Okay, it's cursor settings. Where is my, okay, enable internet search via API. To utilize, you can specify the model parameter as DeepSeek Reasoner. This model known integrate real-time web searches with advanced reasoning capabilities. Let's look at that. Okay. R1. Not much information here, you know. and that is news. Performance, fully open source, licensed, web AI now, bonus, open source distilled models, pushing the boundaries of OpenAI, abstract, pricing. Let's look guide. 14, 19. Maybe we should, okay, reasoning model. Something we look for. Reasoning model, enable the view, display, and distill it. Reasoner, please upgrade OpenSDI to support new parameter. Okay, we have that. Input, max tokens. Maximum token, full final response 4K of 8K. Okay. Not the output can reach up to, and then parameter can control the cut length of reasoning. Port will be available soon. Reasoning content. Okay, it's we already understand ourselves. Content length 64K, not too much, but it's cool. Supported features: chat completion, chat prefix completion beta, chat prefix completion for the model to complete the rest of the message. When using a chat prefix, is assistant set prefix parameter of the message true. Okay, to enable beta, below is complete Python message user. Please write a quick short code. Role assistant content Python prefix true. Stop message stop. Okay, it's very simple. API guides. Where is the API guides? Oh, here they are. News, reference guides. Oh, function calling, JSON output, theme completion beta. Okay, now it makes sense. I just didn't saw all of those things. API parameters, okay. Not supported feature, function call, JSON output, not supported features. By the way, it's bad. Function call, I like that feature in JSON output as well. Not supported parameters, okay. Multi-round conversation, okay. Final answer is content, API example, which is greater, okay. Response, message, reasoning content, model, reasoner, response, messages append, assistant content equals content, append role content, how many R's in the word strawberry. Okay, it did round 2. Integration, GitHub, DeepSeek, awesome DeepSeek integration tree. Integrate into popular software, Chatbot, ChatGPT, new web. So a lot of integrations possible here. Nice. AI agent framework under, browser extensions, VS Code extensions, Autodev, cursor, nice. Okay, they have it a separate repository. API status page. Let's see. Looks like it's not very healthy. Not available. Really? So we hit that major outage, actually. That's why we couldn't get our responses very fast. And it started it January 27th, 1607. A fix has been implemented and we are monitoring the results 10 minutes ago. So does it mean that we have now ability to ask that question? No. No way. What about if we refresh the page? But again, it's live chat and we are talking about API access. Yeah, looks like we couldn't. And theme completion, fill in the middle completion. User can provide prefix and suffix and the model will complete the content between. Code completion. By the way, it's nice way. Prompt def fib a suffix return fib a minus max tokens. Continue supports code completion. Okay. JSON output, cool, but as we know that our example, and we have response format JSON object, and we couldn't provide a schema. Okay. Function colon. It's unstable, which may result in looped calls or empty responses. We actively working on a fix to be resolved in the next version. Sample code, okay. Functions, we net without some tools, correct? We don't see any capabilities to talk. And it's actually bad. Temperature, possible values response, completion. Okay, it's theme, fill in the middle, models, list models. Of course, we will receive now only like 2 models. And other get user balance. Oh, we can have our balance. Nice. Okay, so with DeepSeek, looks like we still need to monthly usage DeepSeek chat reasoner, and we spent expense like 1 cent so far. So yeah, chat for free. Let's ask. So chat is not healthy. Okay, continue. Maybe I'm signing up with my Google again. So looks like what I can say. I can say that GitHub Copilot, Cursor, and that AI helper is things which we could review for sure. And yeah, actually we have even recent. Okay. And in that cursor, probably we need go hello. So probably we need go and do some preferences. Terminal configure task. I don't use WSL actually. Help. Editor, playground, open process explorer, toggle developer tools, interactive editor, playground. Okay. And we could say, I don't know, cursor settings, account models, GPT add model name R1 DeepSeek Open API key. Anthropic. Let's add new models to cursor, often used to configure the latest OpenAI models. Okay. Azure API key. Okay. Override. And let's override our wizard one. API platform. Oh, fuck. FAQ. And it will be set request. Save. Invoke request post body model. No, it's not the same model we want to use. Add model. Reasoner. Add model reasoner. Cursor small fast. Where's my model? Okay, reasoner. OpenAI. Let's verify. And verify. Looks good. Reasoner model 1. And what is with your customer pro trial subscription? You don't need to use your own API key unless you're using custom models. Dismiss. Features. Accept next word. Enable show auto scroll. Blah 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 blah. Code base indexing. Synced. So they also do some code base indexing. Show settings. Configure ignored file. No ignored file. Okay. Where is my settings? Here. No, it's Python. Where is my cursor settings? Go. Let's make it bigger. Run task, start the plugin. More. Cursor. Give feedback. Where is cursor properties? Cursor settings. Pro trial. General. No. We don't want to manage at the moment. It's fine. We are good. Let's return. Code import rules of AI. Always respond in English, Russian. Okay. Include cursor rules. Okay. Editor. Okay. Privacy mode. Disabled any questions models. And we have DeepSeek reasoner. And what if we enable disable GPT-4 Looks good. will it understand that it need to use DeepSeek Reasoner for use OpenAI key? Features. Chat Composer. Okay. So what would be cursor type? Prediction enabled, enabled. Let's go to our cursor and what? Okay, cursor settings are here. We tried too hard to find them. Open router models. Okay. More action. Show open editors, enable preview editors. Toggle a pane composer. Find and used functions. Let's do something simpler. Doesn't work with your current plan or API key. Add content. Also, really, can we adjust all the Python files? Normal agent, normal. So we need to make sure that it will work. Okay. So we need to stop somewhere. I think I'll stop now because yeah, because I need to finish some other task, and already I have a very long stream. So we did research of several tools for software developers to use. We look into the new model API from DeepSeek. We looked on the cursor, at least slightly. We look on some Dave AI, and we have looked on some AI, but we haven't tried that AI, and we haven't fixed our cursor to use DeepSeek Reasoner yet. So most probably we need to use some of the their primary sidebar. So we need to use some of the special settings here. Maybe they are in Visual Studio Code. I don't know, in settings. Maybe in launch. Now launch is our main settings. Maybe we need to add some other settings. So we need to read the documentation for cursor, and then we can try to use the DeepSeek Reasoner model with us and see how much it will cost us for those models, for those things like we are doing. Right now, our biggest project here is local API helper in Python, but I have more projects which are much larger, and I really need to use some context before asking some question. And let's see if they can do that. Also, maybe we can use some like agent flow and see if it can implement something we want for us. It would be really cool to see and understand that. Once we see all those models like AI, and Cursor, at least in their free capabilities, and AI there looks like open source, And also review once again GitHub Copilot. I don't know about any agentic capabilities of AI Copilot. We can decide if we can use them or we need to build our own tool, because in terms of our own AI capable tools, I'm thinking, yeah, to invest my time into something more useful than someone already have. Yeah, and I'm still thinking about my streams. I don't want to drop them because at least it's some time for me to look into some AI stuff every day. And I know if I stop the stream series, it will not guide. I mean, I probably will not find motivation to look into those things. I know that it's eats some of my time, so I always think, okay, I'll do the stream under 30 minutes, which probably not a good time for stream, but of course under an hour. And sometimes I'm doing it like up to 2 hours or something. But yeah, at least I'm learning something. And I'm hoping that if someone else will join my streams and start communicating with me, we will learn something together. So that's it. As always, I wish you a great day, and I wish you to invest in your happiness. What I mean, the first priority should be your family, your loved ones, and yeah, it would be your first priority. All the software, all the learnings and everything, it should be your probably second priority, and very cool if it's combines with your hobby. And third priority would be everything else. Don't think you're wasting time. Maybe you're wasting time, but I mean, worrying about it will not help. What will help is just accepting the things, try to see the joy in what you are doing, and like maybe try to doing something every day, and then it will fill you with some purpose in your life if you haven't found any. And I believe if you have find time to watching my stream for like 2 hours or so, you're probably still looking for something in your life, for some answers, for some signs from universe, from life. So yeah, learn, educate yourself, but live a full life with joy, with acceptance, and of course spreading love and wisdom rather than everything else, like aggression and not acceptance. So yeah, that is my standard ending, and I'll finish my stream now and see you later. Goodbye, my friends.